Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I am Nazura binti Mak Razi, a student of ESC 590, and today I would like to present to you about informative speech on impact of online learning. Okay, since Malaysia has faced with pandemic COVID-19, in accordance to make sure the safety of students, Senior Education Minister Datuk Dr. Razi Jidin has announced to close the entire education centre including school. From that moment, all school students including 2020 SPM's candidate will attend online learning, which is home-based teaching and learning. Realizing or not, the government has implemented online learning through 88 smart schools in Malaysia since middle 2013. Alternatively, at the early introduction, it is learned in classroom with teacher monitoring. As a mother and a caring Malaysian, I would like to inform public the positive impact of online learning, and SPM 2020 candidates' results are as my measuring stone. I also do lots of reading on previous data to show my audience to prove of the victory of this first batch SPM candidate whom experienced the online learning, full online learning. As Malaysian, especially parents, was involved with the implementation of this online learning. I am here to clear all the general concepts. I will use the data of the SPM 2020 candidates result. Then, I will make a comparison to show that online learning is just a new norm in learning. Ultimately, our SPM 2020 candidates have proved that they managed to use it, thus pass with flying colours. Even though there is a struggle situation at the beginning of the implementation, however, with the support from government and non-governmental organisation and also individual who has distributed laptop and gadgets for students, especially for Form 4 and Form 5 students, the problems in preparing the gadget has slowly become overcome. Government, along with the telecommunication companies, also had provided free internet for Malaysians. Thus, it will make sure that all the SPM students especially manage to get internet access to attend their online learning. Obviously, online learning is a necessity towards a developed Malaysia. To make all of you clear about the data, I do prepare my pie chart and my title chart. Okay, now let's see my pie chart first, okay? This pie chart has shown the SPM candidates' performance in National Average Grade or GPN of SPM's candidate for 5 years from 2016 until 2020. Even though there is a slightly different amount of grade between 2019 and 2020, which is between 4.86% and 4.80%. It is also an improvement and has stated the best result in these 5 years. In calculating the GPN, the lower the percentage means the greater the success. Okay, the trend is show huge decrease in percentage to be compared between 2016 and 2020. 2016 recorded a total of 5.05% compared to 4.8% in 2020. In contrast, from 2016 until 2019, candidates are undergoing learning and teaching session in classroom, which is a normal norm. Thus, this is showed that the implementation on online learning has success. Okay, we have finished on my pie chart, and now let's move to my bar graph. Okay, the bar graph has shown comparison between SPM's 2019 and 2020 candidates' achievement in 4 aspects. The aspects are: first, achievement for urban students; 2, achievement for rural area students; 3, percentage of candidates eligible to be awarded the SPM candidates; and 4, percentage of candidates with special needs, or we call as CBK, who were eligible to receive the SPM certificate. Based on the graph, achievement for urban area students are slightly decreasing on 2020 compared to 2019, which is from 4.7% to 4.68%. It is same goes to the achievement by the rural area students, which is recorded 5.14% in 2019 and 5.06% in 2020. In calculating the location achievement level, the more decreasing is the more success. Since there is slightly decreasing, it is mean that both students at both locations stay competitive and not being left behind. Whilst, on the other hand, percentage of candidate eligible to be awarded the SPM certificate on the other showed the increasing in number. Calculation for this percentage is the more increasing is the more success of the candidates. Based on the data, there are 1.96% increment compared to year of 2019, which jotted down 86.72%. Whilst, on the other hand, percentage of candidates eligible to be awarded the SPM certificate on the other hand showed the increasing in number. Calculation for this percentage is the more the increasing is the more the success of the candidates. Okay, based on the data, there are 1.96% increment compared to the year of 2019, which jotted down 86.72%. It is same goes to the data on percentage of candidates with special needs CBK who were eligible to receive the SPM certificates. Okay, for these candidates, the more the increasing mean the more the success. Okay, the result for 2020 is 68.22% compared to 2019, which is only 61.34%, has showed that there are a large gap noted. Okay, total of 6.88% of gap compared to the other 3 elements, which is ultimately this show that online learning is not a barrier for our students. Thus, they did great job adapting the new norm so fast. Okay, in the final analysis, I am sure that all of us have seen there is an increment in any aspect discussed above for the SPM's 2020 candidates result. It is also showed that instead of creating doubt for Malaysian, online learning on the other hand has come out with positive impact, thus creating a new norm for our students. Online learning also will make us on par with the developed countries in the world. As I am a parent to 2 lovely kids, I hope that the Ministry of Education Malaysia will make improvement and thus will implement online learning even though the pandemic has passed by. Actually, it was my dream since I was a kid to have online learning because I do believe that online learning was interesting and it will have many interactive classes which I will enjoying it well. Okay, Malaysian government also needs to invest more in terms of sending teachers for new online teaching and learning norm and also on handling gadgets and related application. Okay, upgrading the internet access to make sure that whole Malaysian student can easily get access to it. Okay, last but not least, making students able to own their own gadget without burdening their parents.